You read, but you see, you have this public who would not even read a book. Now, what is their perception if you give out this information to them? I mean,
I think the problem is that we cannot save people from themselves. That's a problem. If we try to save people from themselves, then we are missionaries. And I don't want to be a missionary.
Yeah.
I want to be a resource.
Yeah.
So my view is, if you don't come to me with a question, then I can't help you. You must come to me with a question, then I can help you. But if I try and force my answer onto you, you will reject it.
So meaning...
So we can't stop people from the situation I was in. They must suffer. They must believe their doctors. They must have the treatment, and then they must slowly awaken to understanding and say, maybe there is another way, or maybe they will hear their neighbor saying, I know this man called Chris Teo, and he's got this wonderful thing, and they say, okay, maybe we'll try that. It's accident. We can't stop that, I'm afraid, unless we become a political party or a medical party, unless we have money for advertising, and then you get attacked by people who have more money. And I don't want to have that kind of problem in my life. So I write my book. If you're interested, you will go and search the internet for books on cancer. Maybe you will find my book.
Yeah.
Then I say, if you find my book, Cancer Recovery Guides, go to my website at fightingcancer.com.
Yeah.
Read what I have to say. If it's interesting, buy the books, read the books, make your own decisions.
And practice maybe what you read a bit if you can.
It appeals to you, but that's your decision, not my decision.
Right. The information we give is against mainstream. So, are there any episode or stories that could be of a good lesson for us? I like the idea of you saying that, well, I'm not missionaries. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to provide information. And if you need me, come to me, and then I'm here to help you. And read my book and educate yourself. Help yourself, so to say. You see?
I went to an evening discussion called Alternative Medicine and Cancer in England, in my hometown. And so I thought, that's me. I'm alternative medicine and cancer. I know as much as anybody else in England. So I can contribute to this, and I can learn, maybe. So I went along, and the first speaker talked about how alternative medicine was very, very helpful to make people die in more comfort. And the second person had a talk saying how alternative medicine, or acupuncture in her case, was very helpful in helping people cope with chemotherapy. And the third person talked about some theoretical, he got lost in theory. So I stood up and I said, what about alternative medicine curing cancer?
Yeah.
The man beside me, just in front of me, was a hypnotherapist, an alternative therapist. And he said, impossible. Impossible. I said, not impossible. In fact, I've written a book about it. I said, lots of things you could do.
Yeah.
And you can go and see my friend Chris Teo in Penang. And they said, no, impossible. And I said, look, I'm happy to give a talk on this subject at any time. Now, this happened 3 years ago. Every time I email him, say, no, we're not interested in having you talk on this subject. And this is a group of people come together to integrate orthodox medicine and alternative medicine, and they don't want to listen to me. In England, they're blind. They're blocked. The press. You see, the war has been won. At one level, the war has been won, but at another level, women, it hasn't been won. In fact, it's being won by alternative therapy. So we're getting these two battles going on at the same time, and they are both winning. But we live in a world of chaos, of ideas.
Are you sure that this group of people are really alternative people, or are they just a front organization?
Who knows? Who knows? It is organized by the pharmaceutical department of one of the universities. So I have no doubt that there may be a little bit of money. There may be a money issue, there may be an ideological issue.
So they see alternative medicine, also called complementary medicine, as something to support what they are doing, to the damage that is done, as you said, acupuncture to make the...
It's to help people die in more comfort, and it's just to support chemotherapy.
Yeah, when it is
to reduce symptoms. Yeah.
Well, people like that would have support, because I think the drug company would be too happy to sponsor them.
Yes, of course. They really don't want me.